My name is Clara Bennett. I'm 32. I grew up in a quiet little town called Rosewood, the kind of place where everyone knows the name of your dog before they know yours. Our backyard was a patch of childhood. A swing on the old tree, wild roses climbing the fence, and Olivia, my best friend since kindergarten, who lived just across the hedges. But this story isn't about Olivia. It's about her younger brother, Ethan. He was always around, always barefoot, always with a scraped knee or a secret to share. I remember the way he used to watch the clouds and name shapes I could never see. Back then, he was just Olivia's tag-along brother. Sweet, quiet, the boy who held fireflies like they were made of glass. Then life happened. College. Distance. My art school dreams took me to Chicago. Ethan enlisted in the military. Olivia stayed behind, married young, had a baby, divorced, and rebuilt. I came back home only for holidays and quick visits. Until last fall. My mom fell and fractured her hip. She needed care, so I returned to Rosewood for 3 months. 3 turned into 5. The city, with its noise and chaos, started to feel like someone else's story. On my 3rd evening back, Olivia invited me to a family barbecue. That's when I saw him again. Ethan. I nearly didn't recognize him. Broad shoulders, trimmed beard, a quiet, confident calm that seemed to stretch beyond the boy I remembered. He smiled as I walked into the yard. "Hey, Clara. Been a while." 10 years, I said, forcing a grin, even as my heart forgot how to beat. We talked like people pretending not to notice a change. He asked about Chicago. I asked about deployments. Neither of us mentioned the strange pull in the air between us. Later that evening, as I was helping Olivia clear the kitchen, Ethan brushed past me to grab a dish. "You still smell like honeysuckle," he murmured. I froze. Honeysuckle. It grew along our backyard fence. The first perfume I ever wore. The one he used to tease me about. That night, lying in my childhood bed, I stared at the ceiling and whispered, "What are you doing, Clara?" The next morning, my phone buzzed. Coffee. 8:30. Still the same corner cafe. Ethan. We met. Talked for hours. Walked along the creek. Sat under the old bridge and skipped stones. I asked if he was seeing anyone. He said he wasn't. He asked about me. I laughed and said, "Mostly sketchbooks and old jazz records." I started to see him more after that. Little things. He'd show up with coffee at my doorstep. Fix the broken latch on the garden gate. Bring me wildflowers and call them weeds. Tell me stories I hadn't heard, about fear, about hope, about the kind of loneliness that finds you in a room full of people. He listened when I shared my failures. The gallery that closed. The relationship that crumbled after 4 years. The version of myself I was still trying to become. One night, after dinner at Olivia's, we lingered outside. Snowflakes floated in the orange streetlight glow. He stepped closer. "I've been thinking about you since I saw you again." I swallowed. "I haven't stopped thinking about you since then either." We kissed. Slow. Gentle. Like we had time. But time, as it turned out, would test us. By February, I had to decide, stay in Rosewood or return to Chicago. Ethan didn't pressure me. He never did. Instead, he built shelves in my mom's basement so I could turn it into a studio again. One afternoon, I found him there, painting. Badly. But when he turned the canvas around, it was our backyard. My swing. His old treehouse. A sky full of stars. "I don't know much about art," he said. "But I know how I feel when I look at you. And it's something I want to keep painting." I cried. I stayed. Now, we live in a small house near the creek. I reopened my gallery downtown. He teaches music lessons at the elementary school. We still talk late into the night, still chase fireflies, still see shapes in clouds, even when they aren't there. And sometimes, when the wind carries the smell of honeysuckle across our porch, I remember the boy who lived behind the hedges. The boy who grew into the man I never saw coming, but who was always quietly waiting,